Hey there, Steve Rubis with another installment of Capital Markets Investor Relations in 2 minutes or less. Today, we want to walk through the idea of investor relations key performance indicators. Really, how do you quantify and illustrate how good you are as an investor relations professional through statistics? And for me, it all starts with number of interactions per day or per week you do with investors. And the way you count this is you look at the number of email chains, not emails. So if you do 10 emails with one person, that's only one interaction. Two is the number of phone calls you do with investors. And then three is the number of site visits. These are very easily tabulated in a spreadsheet. And that gets to the next metric, which is your proxy voting results. You can look at this two ways: your annual proxy voting and then through an M&A transaction. After that, the question is, how many covering analysts do you work with? Clearly, the larger the number, it means the stock is more interesting or has more value to the industry or investors in general. But if you're a very good IR person, you're going to attract analysts to your stock, even if you're at a small microcap company. So that number is important, which leads you to the idea of how many analysts have you added or fired. If you're adding analysts to your book of business, you're adding value. If you're exiting analysts who are destructive or disruptive to your story, that's adding value to the system as well. And so the next one is, how much shareholder value have you unlocked? And this is the idea of, through M&A and through execution with management, how has the stock performed over certain periods of time, typically ending in some sort of transaction. Next is, how many solo non-deal roadshows or conference events have you done as an IR professional? If you're doing these events solo, you're showing a certain level of competency and value add that maybe a different or another IR professional can't provide. And then finally, this one is one I really like, which is, how many analysts have you converted to your story? The only way you convert a sell-rated analyst is if you, the IR person, are talking to them on a regular basis. And so if you have a track record of being able to convert sell-rated analysts to a buy, that's a real value-added skill, and it's very hard to produce. And it's really the idea that a lot of times people don't like to deal with difficult personalities or people who are negative on the stock. With that, thanks for watching. Always here to help you with your corporate finance, capital markets, and investor relations needs.